Next, let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Stonewall National Museum Gala honors Our Rights Are at Stake, Diana Nyad of Nyad. The 2024 Stonewall National Museum Gala was held on Saturday, February 24th at the venue in Wilton Manors. The evening featured a cocktail reception, open bar, delicious dinner, and a silent auction. Over 500 guests and VIPs attended this extravaganza, making it Stonewall's largest fundraising event, generating almost 50% of the organization's operating funds. That is major. This year's themes, Standing on the Shoulders of Heroes, was reflected in the honorees, including marathon swimmer Diana Nyad, CEO Stacy Ritter of Visit Lauderdale, and the stars of The Stroll HBO documentary by Kristen Lavelle. Special guest Xander Moritz added to the evening's excitement. Diana Nyad, renowned for her historical swim from Havana to Key West at the age of 64, made global headlines with her unprecedented cageless swim. Her story was featured in the new major motion picture Nyad, starring Annette Bening and Jodie Foster, highlighting her achievements. The movie recently won many awards, including multiple Academy Award nominations. Nyad's spirits resonated with the gala's celebration of Stonewall's 51-year history perfectly. She talked about her roots in Fort Lauderdale and repeatedly congratulated Visit Lauderdale for their work. She challenged the entire gay community to stand up to the governor and the politics of hate we are seeing in the state capitol. Hotspots Happening Out served as the presenting LGBTQ+ media sponsor of this extravaganza of an event, and an extravaganza it sure was. I want to say we were all there for. Dale, sorry. You were there.
He was there in spirit.
You were there. It was a beautiful setup. The reception before the cocktail hour was so intimate. I really met some power players in this community. I can't say anything more great about the event. I didn't get to meet Diana Nyad herself. Faye was taking up all of her time with
well, you can rest assured that if there's a facility, Faye's going to get a
I will say this, her speech was so incredibly moving, though.
That's amazing,
was one of those speeches where, you literally hone in and listen to every word. And it was incredible because this is her home. She's from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
A lot of people move away from their hometown and kind of just look forward and don't come back. So it was an honor to be in the room and to celebrate the achievements of this woman and everyone else in the room, especially the actors from The Stroll. I can't say anything
It sounds like she really gave a call to action also.
Well, she did.
Great.
She dared us, she dared us to really do it. Yeah.
So much to unpack.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Stonewall National Museum and Archives.
We love you.
Robert and all of you folks, you did an incredible job. Thank you so much for the invite and having us there. Thank you to Richard Gray and Stacy Ritter for allowing me to sit at your table. VIP bitches.
Yeah. We waved from the back.
We waved out right at the front.
I was like, okay, we're back here.
Hi, my coworkers.
It was like when someone's in first class. We were in
hi, my coworkers. I sent them back champagne and stuff. No, it was wonderful. So, Stacy Ritter is a powerhouse. She is just incredible what she's done with Visit Lauderdale. And I didn't know about her incredible past serving our community. Stacy Ritter is an ally. She's straight.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I've tried to hit on her various times, she's still straight, right? And what she does for our community is just ridiculous. What her and Richard Gray do at Visit Lauderdale and just their inclusion in everything that they do, for disabled folks, for LGBTQ+ people, for just everyone. They're constantly thinking about our community, and I couldn't be just more humbled and blessed to call them friends. So you guys were amazing.
Everyone under the sun.
Everyone under the sun, and they really stick to that, and it was just incredible. But Xander was incredible. Xander is the young gentleman who has spoken out about gun rights, right?
Yes.
With his crazy hair, he looked adorable as ever.
Sure
he was the one who brought up Robert Keston, and he was great at it. Then we talk about Diana Nyad. I got to meet her beforehand, right? And I might have squeezed her a little bit too tight and told her if she wanted to adopt a 40-something-year-old lesbian. She said she'd think about it after she looked at me up and down. So,
no adoption.
There was one photo I thought, wow, Faye is really in there.
I was not going to let that woman go. I had just saw Nyad a couple weeks ago, so I sent a picture to my wife like, hey, I might not get home. But the woman is 74 years old. She looks amazing, incredible. I thought of her at that video of when she finally made it to shore in Key West from Cuba, where she looked like crap. And obviously she had been swimming for like 28 hours or something like that. But she looked gorgeous. She had a beautiful tan. She had wonderful shoes. She smelled delicious.
Yeah.
She smelled delicious.
She kind of like,
right?
you could smell it throughout the
When she
whole-
walked around,
yeah.
she smelled
Yeah.
delicious, right? And so, something about Diana Nyad, and you folks at home maybe know, and everybody at the table, she was against trans women playing in sports, She was highly against it. So she was on my shit list for a while, right? And then she did her research, and then she came out publicly saying, I did my research, right? I talked to people. You should do the same. I educated myself, and now I don't think that way at all. That is the evolution that we should always
yeah.
She
do.
moved to LA.
Staying teaching,
Right.
right?
She moved to
Staying
LA.
teachable, right? Like we're always talking about staying
That's
teachable.
so-
Like we're always
that's
talking
right.
about staying
That's so
teachable.
important when people have that come to
She
Jesus
evolved.
moment.
It really is.
Yeah.
The moment's more important
Yeah.
than anything
It's
else.
so
Than
important.
anything else.
Right,
At that moment, everything got erased. All the crap she said before got erased in my book.
Yeah.
And so on Saturday, from that stage to 500 people, she said it again. She told her story again. And in no shame, kind of like, this is what I did, and I'm paying for it. Now, every single day, I will help every trans organization I need.
That's right.
She said even that she would like to run for office and maybe move back to Florida because this is where she really is needed. Then she called out the girls from The Stroll, which is an incredible docuseries that you have to see on HBO Max. Is it still HBO or HBO Max?
HBO Max.
Okay, it's called
Max.
HBO
Yeah,
Max.
it's just Max.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
but the girls were there. They actually sat with Edward. He could tell us a little bit more about them. But they were impactful. They made a presence. They talked to everybody. And Diana from the stage called them out, saying, this is how I used to be. This is how I feel now.
Yeah.
That's huge coming from a powerhouse like Diana Nyad.
was major.
She also said that she wanted to play herself in the movie, but they told her that she couldn't because they're like, Diana, do you want people to come see the movie?
That's right.
We need Annette Bening.
Yeah, let me think about
You
it.
know?
Right.
But impactful. Like, I am
Very.
forever changed just from her 13-minute speech that I'm going to put on my social media tonight for sure. And you'll be able to see it there.
And
No, I mean-
Stacey Ritter's too. Her speech
Yes,
was.
Stacey-
I want to
it
say
was
her
great.
her speech had me on close to tears a few times.
Yeah. No, I think no. I think you both highlighted and captured the night. It was just amazing. And what I love about Diana, just as you said, was that she evolved, right? And that she admitted that she was wrong. It wasn't just like, oh, I did my research and I changed. No, I was wrong. I was wrong on this, and I loved it.
so
She didn't sugarcoat it.
No, she didn't
said, I was
sugarcoat.
wrong.
Yeah,
That's so
I
important.
sat with her too, and the ladies from The Stroll. But I was like a personal researcher, so I was helping her with her speech. So it was awesome. She was like, Edward, come here. It was like we knew each other forever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it was great. We talked about New York, and it was just a great connection. But she was pretty amazing, and I love her call to action. But the women from The Stroll, whoa. Amazing.
Kristen in Egypt? Was that-
Kristen in Egypt.
Yes, I remember.
Egypt and I were like buddies. We were two peas in a pod there. And we spoke the whole night. It was great. What I loved about what Egypt said was that we're humans just like anyone else, and we deserve to be valued and respected. And that was her big thing, was that, in doing what they did, the documentary, it was just they wanted to show their lived experiences, but they wanted people to value their who they are, trans women. And they want people to recognize that they're women, not, who they previously were.
Yeah.
Egypt got into some, in our private conversation, into some deep, conversation about her trauma and her family. And I won't reveal much of it, but I got a great insight into her as a person, and it was just amazing. It was one of those memorable moments, and what I loved that Robin did is that she actually lives in my hood in the Bronx. I was like, what?
Oh my God,
It was
how
kind of crazy,
cool.
so it was amazing. So it was great. I loved it. We're buddies now. We've been texting ever since.
What? I want their numbers. Watch The Stroll. Watch
it's
The Stroll.
amazing, and,
it looks amazing. So The Stroll is about sex workers in the meatpacking district that are trans, right?
That's right.
That's
right.
what the story's
that's
about,
That's
correct?
what it's about. Yep, it's a documentary on it.
Okay.
And so they both said that they would come back for a Pride Lines Gala in August.
I can't wait to see that.
Egypt said that she wants to perform because she's working on some music and everything like that. And she was like, I wanted to perform here, but it just wasn't in the cards. And I was like, well, come back in
So come
August.
and do it for us.
I was like, and then she proceeded to say, well, I need a South Florida honey, so maybe you could be. And I was like, girl. I was like, girl.
So that's
But it was
what
I was like, girl, all right.
That's
But then,
what it
no, it was
was.
amazing, honestly.
No,
No.
it was.
It was honestly like just sitting with that table. It was just such a powerful table.
Oh, yeah, but
of
you were in a
powerful
table
people.
of icons. You were like, wow.
Amazing.
Thought my table was cool, but like.
No, it was great, and I was deeply honored. It was a great event, very impactful.
Yes, make sure that you go on over to Stonewall. People don't know that we've got the biggest collection of archives right here in South Florida, and the Stonewall Museum just has that. And they just added a whole side of Diana Nyad, and she brought her own books and donated them to the library. So just beautiful. Go make sure that you check it out.
The other thing is that Egypt's outfit, like check out her on social media. She works with somebody in New York who's queer identifying as well. He's
The blue beautiful gown.
yes,
Loved.
but listen,
Gorgeous.
you should see, like, check out her social media. Like her designer designs everything, and literally he is killing it with her. Like all of her outfits are pretty amazing, and he's a queer person. I believe in supporting our queer community. Like,
Absolutely.
it's amazing. You got to check her out.
And check out all those logos that I said incorrectly last week. I want to say it correctly this time for gay barchives. Not gay bar chives, honey. No. There are now
Art in them,
there's
they-
almost like 5,000 old gay bar logos that have been basically put into one
How cool.
slideshow.
Is that art? Who does that?
But I do love
Art in it.
chives.
That's
I do
art,
love
yeah.
chives. I love chives.
I love chives as well, but
I like
it
chives.
is gay barchives, and they were on all of the televisions during the cocktail hour.
Oh, wow.
That's
I love
great.
Yeah,
I didn't
I had
realize
a
that.
moment because I saw Flaming Saddles from West Hollywood. I almost cried.
Flaming Sally's
Is
in
that where
New
you
York
got
as
Yeah,
well.
that was
Yeah.
yes, I know the
Yeah.
New York bar very, very well.
Is that where certain things happen to you at
Flaming
those bars?
Saddles was one of my first DJ residencies.
Did they flame your saddle there?
Many times. Many different saddles and flames, to be fair.
Well, it sounds like such an amazing event. I was
Yeah.
photographing a wedding, a very different experience, but that sounded like an amazing event. I mean, just hearing you three talk about it,
Yeah.
sounds like really like a blow-away event.
They should be very happy. They should be
Yes.
very, very happy. I congratulated Robert and their team. They were fantastic, and we look forward to what you're going to bring us next year.
Yeah.